Okay, boys and girls, we're here at the Northwest Hobby Expo 2022. This is April. We're in April, right? Yeah, April 9th, April 10th, here in Monroe, Washington. So we've got John here. He's going to show us a little bit about his car.
Okay.
Oh, you need to be talking into that, by the way.
Oh, like holding it like this?
Yeah, that's why it's there.
Okay. So this is the MC1 platform, but converted into the Midnight Mini.
And just so you guys know, the Midnight Mini is basically, it's an MC1. We trunked it down. We put a Midnight Mini on it just for kicks. But it is a 225 wheelbase on it.
Okay, so on this one, we got the purple MC1 conversion kit with the purple Yokomo front end with all the Yokomo arms and suspension. And then same back here, we got the purple arms instead of the Rev D arms. I'm running let's see, SPO3D purple servo. Then we have the Accuvance. I don't even remember. I think this is the Luxon 10.5T. And then we have the Futaba ESC back here. And then that's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot of upgrades minus the purple stuff. Rev D wheels, Yokomo DRCs.
So what's your setup?
As far setup, I have right now I have -8 on the front, -4 in the rear. I'm a little bit towed out. That way I'm closer to parallel when I'm full lock. I think I want to say I'm 1.5 toe in on the rear. And then that's about it. And then I'm running a Futaba 10PX radio.
Is there anything special about the 10PX?
It's similar to your 7PXR. It does feel a little bit more responsive, steering and throttle wise.
But yeah, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, just having a day then.
Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Okay, we've got Mike Schumacher in the house.
What's going on, man?
Tell us a little bit what you got here at the Expo today.
All right, I have a Ravy D, which is a conversion kit for the Yokomo. It's called an MC1. And then I went ahead and grabbed the Jarvis Accuvance for my speed control with the fledge and a 10.5. I also went ahead and added, because I like torque, I added the LV45 rotor to the inside of it.
So the higher the number in torque?
Right.
The higher the number, the higher the torque. Okay.
Yes, just on the rotors though. I think the old versions were like LV30, LV32, and so on.
Yeah.
The motor's definitely a lot different than it used to be. The connections are straight instead of off the end of the motor.
Right.
I went ahead and I want to share this with you. There's my Futaba 10PX.
Yep, here's another 10PX.
Yep, and
question for you.
Yes, sir.
So we know that with the 10PX over on John's setup, he's running the new receiver. Did you lose, you're running the new receiver too, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you figure out full telemetry, or is it still kind of a weird thing?
No, I've got my RPMs, I've got my ESC and motor temperature, and then my volt temperature as well.
Then you might need to talk to him, because we haven't figured it out over there.
Yeah, no, I've got all my telemetry that works. I've got the picture that goes on the screen. I can make all that stuff. But yeah, I went with the Futaba CT700 and a GYD 550. And honestly, aside from the fact that Futaba communicates with itself very well, there's just nothing else out there that's even better or even close to it.
Right.
The only extra special thing I've got going on is I've got the HG V3 from Overdose on the shocks there.
Is it worth the investment?
You know, if you'd asked me that 2 years, 3 years ago, I would have said, nah, you're crazy. Now that I have them, I don't think I could go back.
How much are they?
Without the springs, they're about $300 for the set.
Yeah, not cheap.
And then I went ahead and did our own little custom tune on them, so we get that nice springy action. So all our preload and power goes right to the wheels. Better for cornering, turning, transitions, all really beneficial to drifting.
Would you like to share any secret setup information in terms of like oil, fluid, and stuff?
You know, I will share something. Drill out your portion bells with at least a 1/16 or smaller. And the reason why is we're getting more volume going through those pistons, and it adds to that ride. So whenever we give it power, the whole thing squats and pulls. We want when the brake, and then we get gas, and we want that front end to come up, so that way it gives all that power to the back while we're going.
Right.
And then when we give it gas or we give it the brake, we get that front end drop because we're usually turning, right? And it gives that Ackerman setup so you can get out of the drift and not do crab walks and just do the.
Gotcha.
But overall, one of the best chassis I've driven. I like it a lot.
Now, is this a chassis that you'd say is a good chassis for everybody, or is it what we call the tuner's chassis?
No, that's a good question.
Can you just put it together and hope that it drives right?
I think if you've got a basic understanding of Yokomo YD2, you can put this together, drive it right out of the box.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Gotcha. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info. Hope you have a fun time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Who do we got here today?
What's up, man? I'm Michael Cottos. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and drive with Team Fight Club, RC Fight Club.
Did we talk about Fight Club? Yeah. So it's a group of guys up in Seattle that get together and have a good time, and they're good.
That's the hard part of talking about it. You can't talk about it, but then.
No, but they're a great group of guys, that's for sure.
Appreciate it, man. Really do.
All right, so what do we got? We're here at the Expo.
Yeah, so this has been my project since I first got a YD2. Like 2 weeks after the YD2s came to the States, I got this back in 2015, and it has really transformed over the years. Car started completely standard in plastic and as an E, and now it is a 275S.
Oh, so you lengthened it.
So yeah, Yokomo made these conversion decks for YD2s, but they didn't make them for very long. So I just have the conversion deck, and then the top deck I had custom made by Romeo Deepaz.
Dude, check this out, you guys.
Yeah, he really hooked me up with that one. So I converted it to a slide rack as well.
Forged carbon.
Yes, forged carbon. Yeah. He just had a little bit left, and he hooked it up because I really wanted a forged carbon part on my car.
Right on, right on.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do we got going on?
RPX2 ESC, Absolute Rev D 13.5.
Are you sold on the Absolute, the Rev D motors?
I really enjoy it. It's really hard to say exactly though, because I came from a Agile 10.5 AccuVance, which I really enjoyed that motor, but was never able to get it to be really fast. As soon as I went to the 13.5, it was a lot easier to drive faster for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Just less sensitive throttle.
Now, would you call that just the turn of the motor, or would you call it the actual motor itself?
I would say turn of the motor, and that's why I need to try an Absolute 10.5 as well to kind of get an accurate between, and I need to try an Agile 13.5 as well to see which one I really, really like.
Right, yeah. Like, I'm all about the 10.5. Like.
Okay. Well, what chassis do you drive?
So I have my small little Midnight Mini. It's basically a shrunk down MC1. Okay. So we have a few of them out here. I hope we get some cool pictures of them.
Yeah, I really like those. I am intending on building one of those next.
Right on.
I was like, I did the big long wheelbase thing.
Now you're
wanted
gonna
to be different. Yeah. Now I like the minis. I've always liked them since I've seen them like last year when you guys had them.
Well, thanks, man.
No problem.
Thanks for showing us around.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, you have a good one.
You do the same, man.
Okay, coming at you again. This time we got Todd.
How are you?
Pretty good. So we're at the Expo here, and how long have you been here setting up?
You mean in years or today?
Today.
Today, shoot, I was the first one here about 6:45.
Wait, you were here today at 6:45 a.m.
Yep, a couple hours before the first person showed up.
Man. Okay, were you just tuning cars or doing anything special?
Setting up, charging batteries, doing everything I need to do.
Gotcha. Well,
Undercover, so nobody can see.
oh, so we got some secrets going on. I get it.
No secrets.
Nope. Okay, so I see some cars in front of you here. What do we got?
This is my new Mini, custom chassis. Proximity valves cut this for me. It's like the new trend, right? So
Yep.
got to keep up with those Oregon boys. So yeah, so I made this. It's a RR little Frankenstein, little fun little car, actually.
But is it really a Frankenstein?
Ah,
I don't think so. It's got all the right parts on there.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think you've blemished the name of Yokomo in any way, shape, or
No,
form,
it's
right?
pretty standard.
Yeah. So tell me about it. What do you got? Like, what's your setup?
So my setup is, shoot, I got it as narrow as I could for the body, right? But could only go so narrow so I could still keep my steering in the front end. So it sticks out a little, pokes a little bit, but I don't mind. Other than that, for this surface, I'm running, I run a 150 oil in the front and rear. You're
running 150.
Yep.
So how big are your pistons drilled out?
I drill them out to 6-hole. So
Do you know the size on your holes?
No, I don't. Just more holes, more flow.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that technical. I go by feel, and that feels pretty dang good.
Right. Okay. Fair. What kind of camber are you running today?
I'm running 7 in the rear, and you know, a lot of people are like, "What the heck? Why are you running that? I can't run that. I can't do that." But it's really for grip and if you're set up right. So if you want to look at my chassis, when you're in the corner, right, and you get your body movement and it moves to the side, I'm not actually running 7 camber, right? It goes flat. So when you get your body roll in the corner, and that camber goes to flat, what happens? You lose grip, so then it slides. When it comes back up straight into camber, because of that skinny contact patch, you're gonna get more grip.
Now I noticed that you're pretty parallel in terms of your lower arm and your upper camber link. Now does that promote more camber roll
More
through the
camber
corner?
gain.
Okay.
Yep, so when you flex down, right, you're gonna get a little camber gain. Yeah, I could go for more, especially on this surface, but I hadn't had to play with that just here. So,
Right. Okay.
but I do like some camber gain with mine. But I like to run a lot of camber. It looks good, and like I say, I like that skinny contact patch for grip.
But we're not talking about camber for like just the looks, right? We're talking about camber for actual functional.
For function.
Yeah.
So you see the wear pattern on my tire, right?
Yep.
So the skinnier that is, the more pounds per square inch, right, or for that little contact patch, you're gonna get more weight on that little bitty contact patch versus if it was flat, you got this whole bit of grip right there. You won't grip with a fatter contact patch. Everybody thinks so, but it's not the case. You get more grip with less contact patch on the edge of that tire. You get more grip than you will on a flat contact patch.
Now, okay, because of that understanding, is it because that we're dealing with hard plastic tires?
And a polished concrete surface, right? So carpet would be totally different. But a polished, super polished concrete surface, the only way you're going to get grip is to get that edge, get that tire on edge.
Gotcha.
The Yokomo C has that flat tire, right? It has those two edges. And now I love this tire because of that edge. I can set that tire on edge and get my grip to go. And then I set up for a lot of body roll, so when I go into those corners and I don't want that camber goes away, and hence I slide. So
Yeah. All right, cool. You also have another car here, I see.
yep, another RR. That's the full size.
So would that be your motor position of choice then? Rear motor?
You know, no, not necessarily, but yeah, every chassis is different. This just happens to be an RR. I got this one set up this way. I do enjoy it.
So, question,
Yep.
where did you get your aluminum pieces? Because those aren't standard.
No, well, they are standard. They just have a little purple Sharpie on them.
And that's all that it is? It's
That's
just
all
Sharpie?
it is.
Okay. Because it looks sharp.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, a little touch you can do without buying purple parts, right?
Yep. Now, FYI, guys, Todd is the guy that will always recommend a YD2S or a plastic chassis, no matter what, because it can compete, no matter.
They can. I got a plastic YD2. I'll keep up with anybody's car that's got the bling bling. I guarantee it.
Yep, and I can guarantee he can keep up with everybody here. Anything else you want to tell the crowd?
Shoot. Good to see you. I hope to see you come out. And heck, if you haven't come to the Northwest Model Hobby Expo, it's no fun at all. And don't come because you'll just go away unhappy. I guarantee it.
Great. Where can people find you on Facebook?
Okay, yeah, so I'm from the Apple RC Core Drift Lounge in Wenatchee, Washington. You can find me on Facebook under that. And
Instagram, Twitter?
Yep, Facebook.
Just Facebook.
Yep. Oh, you can find me. Oh, there we go. Drift and Slide on Instagram.
Drift and Fly?
Drift and Slide.
Drift and Slide.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you, man.
Yep.